This was kind of a only choice thing because we didn't pre-order it.
Right.
And then, you would have had to drive an hour away to go to one of the Best Buys doing it. Because there weren't any Best Buys near our house that were doing the midnight launch. So, I mean, you can't blame you. It was your only choice, really.
Right. I didn't have many other options at that point. So I looked around to the gentlemen who were there with me, and we all shoulder slumped and long faces.
Aww.
So we started to slowly all walk out together. And one guy has a printout that's got the addresses of all the places.
Yeah.
And I looked on my iPhone to look up more addresses.
Right.
They had apparently pulled down the list after midnight. So he said, I'm going to go home, guys. You can have this printout. I'm gonna wait and get it later.
Aw, poor guy.
So I was bummed. I was like, well, let me look at this printout again. And it was just the Wal-Marts. And I noticed that there was one other Wal-Mart, which is close to an address we used to live at.
Mm-hmm.
It was about 30 minutes away. And I said, well, I'm going to go home too, I guess. And then I gave the
See ya, suckers.
the paper to the other guy, and I said, good luck finding it, man. And I got in the car, and we all slowly drove out of the parking lot. We all went our separate directions. And as soon as they were out of sight, I floored it and took off towards the other Walmart, the one we lived near.
Oh, man.
It's like, man, it's getting late. It's like 45 minutes after launch time now.
Right.
If I get there, there may only be one or two left. I got to get them. So I can't let these other guys come with me.
Yeah.
So I took off and drove down there.
I'm afraid if you get there and there's none there, that could have been a shotgun moment or something,
Yeah, I could have broke out my piece.
Broke out your piece.
So I got to the Walmart, which this Walmart close to where we lived before is pretty new.
Yeah.
And it's
one of the nicer Walmarts.
It is probably maybe the nicest one in the area. So I go inside. That's not saying a lot.
No, it's not.
I go inside, and it is so clean. The midnight stock cruise there. There's nothing out of place.
Did you drive up and it was like, oh?
Yeah, it was like
the
heavens parted,
a little
and there was
halo
a little
over this
glow.
Walmart.
Yeah, glow around it. I walk back. I see the sign as I'm going in.
Yeah.
I assign it no significant importance at this point.
Yeah.
So I walk back to the electronics section. Everything's in its place. There are people just slowly walking around, looking at things and stocking them.
Smiling.
Happy, yeah.
There's some people singing.
It's pleasant in there. I get back to the electronics section, and there's a young guy working in the electronics section here, and I said, I don't know if this guy knows what he's talking about, or if he is in the same boat as these people before and has no clue what StarCraft is. I'll ask him if I have to. So first I go to the shelf and look.
Yeah.
And there's none on the shelf.
Right.
And I go back and I ask the guy, I said, StarCraft 2 is supposed to come out. And he holds his hand up, holds a finger up. He says, I got him right behind the counter.
Hold on, my friend. I have what you need.
Yes.
I have your drug of choice.
And he bends down behind the counter and picks up this box, and it's got like 20 of them in it.
Oh, that's when like the angels really did sing, wasn't it?
And I said,
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Do you mind if I get two? And he says, oh, no problem. And he hands them to me. And I start to break out the wallet to pay for it. And he's like, don't worry, you can pay up front. So I take them and I'll go up front.
That
and I
is
pay,
pretty odd.
And got our games.
What an awesome dude.
Yeah. And I felt kind of bad then at like...
Because they had a bunch of other copies.
Yeah, ditching the other two fellow nerds of mine.
Wow. They got it in the morning at the latest.
Yeah, I'm sure they've gotten it by now. But if you're out there, I don't know what your names are too, guys, but I apologize for ditching you because they had like 20 of them when I got there. And nobody else was waiting.
There.